The goal is to make food that you can give to your whole family because we're making food that tastes good. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new, my name is Mina, culinary school grad, former professional cook, bringing you delicious anabolic recipes. I know this one was supposed to be the cookie recipe, but I just don't think it's there yet. It's good, but I think I can make it better. So I want to wait to give you the best cookie recipe that I possibly can. In the meantime, we're doing my take on a classic, the meatloaf. I'm going to show you how I like to make my meatloaf and how I like to eat it. Let's get started. Oh, by the way, we just reached 1,000 subscribers today. Oh my God, 1,000 subscribers, 1,000. Thank you so much for all who subscribed recently. Thank you for all who watch my videos, comment on my videos, and like the videos. It really means a lot to me. Let me know what you guys want to see for 1,000 subscriber special. I did have an idea of releasing a vlog where I went around a city and just ate a bunch of good food, and I just vlogged the whole experience. So let me know what you'd like to see if you have any ideas, and thank you guys so much again.
If you haven't noticed, most of my videos start by me chopping onions and garlic, and that's probably not going to stop anytime soon. They add such a huge amount of flavor for a small amount of calories. Now, if you can't chop things this small, you can always throw them inside of a food chopper, and that's just fine. It's not that big of a deal. Now, I will be releasing a series of how to chop vegetables, including all these vegetables right here. I don't have a time on when that's going to happen yet, so make sure that you put the notification bell on, because I also don't have an upload schedule, and that's mainly because I do have a full-time job. This is not my job, and I upload when I have the chance. So make sure that you hit the notification button so you get notified. Very small dice on everything, no big chunks. You can use non-stick spray here or regular oil like I did. I calculated my bottle. It sprays about 1.5 calories per spray. We want the vegetables here on low heat, and of course, don't forget to salt and pepper your food, always. Let's chop some parsley up. You want mainly just the leaves, no stems if you can help it, and only chop your parsley once. This will prevent bruising and will keep your cutting board nice and clean with no green spots.
So after about 20 minutes, we're looking for the vegetables to be soft and for the garlic to be cooked. You can't really see the garlic in there anymore. It's nice and cooked in there, so we're not gonna have any raw garlic ever. Now, we wanna turn the heat up, like medium high. 2 tablespoons of ketchup. I use a sugar-free G. Hughes, best sugar-free ketchup there is. I tried a bunch. And we don't want it on the heat here for too long, just a little bit, just to get a little bit of a color. Just about 3 to 5 minutes, that's it. And now we're gonna turn the heat off, and we're gonna put a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. Does anyone really know how to say this? Pretty sure it's a made-up word. All right, the vegetable mixture is done. It's really important now that we let this cool down. This has to be cold before we mix it into the meat. Otherwise, the heat from the vegetables will cook the meat, and that's the last thing that we want. So let this cool until it's cold. And also, if you spread it on a plate, it will cool down faster. Clean as you go. It makes it a lot easier at the end of the day. The vegetables are all cooled down. I have them here on the plate. Turkey, 1 egg, Parmesan cheese. You could use any kind of cheese here that you want. You could skip the cheese if you want altogether. I just think it adds a lot of flavor for not that many calories. Parsley from before, and of course, salt and pepper. Always season everything. If there's a rule in my kitchen, it's this rule. No bland food in Mina's kitchen. This part is self-explanatory. Into the oven, we'll see you after.
Let's make the pickled red onions. Mix all the ingredients for the pickle, put it on a stove until the sugar melts, cut up the onions, pour the pickle over the onions, give it a stir, and we're done. That's it.
So it's been about 40 minutes and I just took it out. This time might change depending on your oven. Every oven is not the same, they're all different. As a matter of fact, to be sure that my oven is where it says it is, I actually bought an oven thermometer to know exactly the temperature of the oven. If you really want to know, I suggest you buy one. You'll be surprised the difference between what the oven says and what the thermometer says. This is probably one of the only times I will use a meat thermometer. It's just a lot easier to tell when this whole thing is done. This is ground turkey. We're looking for 165 degrees. And keep in mind, we're also gonna let it rest for a few minutes. All right, now we're gonna take it out of the pan and put it on a rack. You don't have to do this step, but I do recommend it just to add a lot of flavor into the meatloaf. Then you want to put your oven on broil high, and you also want the oven rack pretty high. And to keep this nice, easy, and simple, we're just gonna put some ketchup on the top to give it a nice brown color. And back in the oven for about 2 minutes on broil. And that's what we're looking for. It's not burnt, but it's crispy. We're gonna make a sandwich. Get yourself 2 slices and toast them. Okay, we're ready to put the sandwich together. The bread, meatloaf, onions, and arugula. You could skip the arugula, up to you, really, whatever you wanna do. This was a quick one, you gotta admit. It fell apart for me when I was taking pictures. There is usually a common complaint of all meatloaf is that it's so dry. This is not. If you're not gonna make the meatloaf, at least make the pickled onions. Oh my God. I mean, if you love onions, and the meatloaf itself just has a lot of flavor from all the vegetables that we have in there. Ketchup, the Worcestershire sauce, and the cheese. There's flavor in there. And do not forget the parsley. You still taste the parsley in there. There's a hint of the parsley in every bite. As with any of my recipes, the goal is to make food that you can give to your whole family. Everyone will enjoy. They don't have to be on some kind of a diet because we're making food that tastes good. If you want to see all the behind the scenes stuff where I film, my recipe tests, I do all this stuff, make sure to follow me on Instagram. I show all that stuff there. If you have any suggestions or ideas for food you want to see, let me know, drop it in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, if you liked anything about this video, or if you learned anything in this video, give me a thumbs up, let me know. Or if you didn't like the video, let me know what you didn't like about the video. Make sure to tag me on Instagram if you make any of my recipes. I will repost you so everybody could see, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.